What's up, friends? This is DJ Lewis Love, and welcome to Rave United, this cool little podcast we're trying to do, talk about the rave scenes and events that are coming. And today I have the pleasure to introduce to you the main promoter, the main organizer for Trauma Fest 2023, an event I'm going to be DJing at, and a lot of legendary DJs are going to be at. So I guess the plan here is to unite the old school with the new school and have a blast. But let's see what Trauma Fest is really about, because I got the man, Kerry, right here. How you doing, brother?
Lewis, what's up, brother?
Nice to meet you, man. You seem like a really cool dude. We hit it off already. We talked a little bit on the phone. Hey, man, tell me a little bit about this Trauma Fest you're organizing, because everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I've been doing for since 2015. We've been really like celebrating the old school. You know, I'm a, by the way, longtime fan of yours.
Oh, come on. Flattery will get you everywhere, just so you know.
Yeah, like we were discussing a little bit earlier, my introduction to the rave scene was really, or at least the biggest introduction to electronic music was Ron DeCore's early mixtapes.
Nice.
Funny Farm.
I did one of those.
And DX2 and Love Core. Those were being rinsed in my tape deck before I stepped foot inside a rave. So I had, some introduction to the music, and, it got commercialized a bit before I got into it. But I've always just had a love for that early 90s sound.
Right.
And I started collecting vinyl myself in the late 90s, and went back and collected as much of it as I could, and really cataloged like the history of it. So it's an important piece of the scene to me. I mean, I've always been active, like going out since like the mid 90s, and really never stopped. I did my first event in 1999, and in similar fashion, we did eclectic lineup of like hip hop, trance, hardcore, and definitely old school techno, drum and bass. We had a little mix of it all. It was a unique event, even at the time back in '99, and we just followed the same kind of footprint, just because that's what we like to do. I've had help from various people, but I made a close relationship with Herminio from Techno State, and he's been a huge asset in making this event happen. And this is definitely our biggest venture, my biggest venture in event promotion. And it definitely is a big nod to the old school scene, to the early 90s, but we're splashing in a bit of current techno and acid, and stuff that I think is sounds good to me today. Basically, it's just stuff that's aesthetically pleasing to me.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be pleasing to everyone. I mean, I had a chance, like we were talking earlier, I had a chance to go to EDC, and there's the bigger stages, the more mainstream DJs. I stayed where the old school DJs were, because their music was popping, dude. So I'm telling you, if you're a modern festival goer, you're going to love this event, right?
Absolutely. I mean, there's a little bit for everybody.
Correct.
Like we said, I mean, we got, a house techno acid room, which, will kind of evolve over the night from house to acid to techno to hard techno. So that room will get a little bit harder as the night goes on. And then we have, that's the first day, and the main stage on the first day on Friday is the No-Do stage, which is something Ron Decor and I have been discussing doing for about 6-7 years now, since we first collaborated with Operation back in 2015, and we brought out T99.
Wow.
Too Bad
T99's the group that got me into techno. Actually, when I heard Anastasia, that's the one that I gotta look for more of this. I was at a regular club because T99 was kind of crossover between commercial clubs and regular clubs, and rave. Sorry. So commercial clubs. I remember commercial club DJ dropped that track with the Music Maestro, Please, and the crowd went crazy. I go to my friend, dude, we gotta look for more of this type of music. T99 is awesome, right?
Yeah, I mean, I hear that from a lot of really, influential DJs. I was like I was telling you last time we spoke, I went to EDM Biz back in 2016, and Moby and Jason Bentley were on the panel, and they just were discussing like the origins of electronic music, and that was like the first like song, just like you said, that came up to them. That was really like this turning point from dance music that basically dove into like the rave sound as we know it today.
Kind of like the best way I would describe it is went from black box to techno. You know what I mean? Like right there, there was black box was big, and like up tempo house music was hitting the clubs, and then T99 comes in, and you have XL Records. Shout out to them with Prodigy, with SL2, and all that stuff. And then it was an amazing time, man. I'm glad to see people like you trying to, showing the people to revise it and bringing in a lot of DJs that I got to be honest with you. I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm going to be DJing here, but I'm a fan. So I'm going to be dancing as much as DJing at this event, bro. So like I got to get and I also got to be in my A game because you got some incredible people here. Do you care to share what DJs you have? I see Joey Beltram, Too Bad Mice. What the hell's going on here, man? This is amazing.
Yeah, so like I said, it kind of evolved from, back in our event we did back in 2015, where I saw that like human resource, alternate, lots of like these early 90s rave producers were kind of making a revival in Europe and in the UK and the Netherlands and Belgium, and it was interesting to me, and so I thought, hey, can we get these guys out here to LA? Right. And so it was just basically a couple emails, and wasn't long before I figured out that we could get them out to LA. And so we brought out Alternate had been brought out to LA back in 2008 with a friend of mine named John, who's helping us out with the show actually. So people had been paying homage to it, and Alternate had been on the circuit, but in 2015 I saw a big resurgence in Europe. So I thought, let me try this in LA, and it was just like for fun. Let's get the friends together, and we had a good turnout. We did about 1,000 people, a lot 613. Nice. And then we did something similar again with Ron with Operation, a brand that he's been running since the early 90s or mid 90s, I guess. And it was like the anniversary of his record store, so we were the 21st anniversary. We did Too Bad Mice, T99, Mark Archer, and then we also mixed in a lot of like modern artists at the time. We also had Future, which was a big name, not to be left off that list. You know, DJ Pierre and Spanky, who unfortunately passed away. But it was an honor, like, to have all of those people, but especially Future and Spanky before he passed. You know, playing a live set in this grimy little underground warehouse space. Actually, it was what used to be the Orion down in the basement. But yeah, it had this real good grimy underground feel, and there's lots of good pictures and videos from it. And yeah, I mean, we brought back a lot of the older heads that, you know, probably weren't going out as much, and we've tried doing that as much as we could over the years. And then COVID happened. You know, we haven't done an event in you know, over 5 years, and so this time we were like trying to plan, you know, something big, but we wanted to keep that old school, you know, old school revival tone to the event, but mix in some modern artists, and that's basically what inspired it all. And you know, I had a list of artists I was interested in, and I went out there and tried to get them. And we got some great artists. We got Goldie.
You did.
I mean, as far as like the old school artists go, I mean, we got Goldie, Two Bad Mice, Alternate, Joey Beltram.
Wow.
Invisible Scratch Pickles, who's, you know, more in the hip hop scene, but also was very relevant in the rave scene. And, you know, a popular act in the 90s, definitely an integral part of DJ culture.
Yeah.
Who hasn't played a set in LA in over 2 years or over 3 years, since before COVID. And, you know, they're excited to debut some of their new music from 13th Floor, their new album they got coming out. So, you know, it's a mixture of like old school hip hop and drum and bass, some modern bass music. I mean, Amin Tobin is definitely an old school figure, but he's stayed relevant with his Two Fingers project, you know, making really heavy bass music. Amin Tobin was on the first Coachella lineup.
Nice.
You know, back in 1999, and he was well established at that point already. So I mean, he's definitely part of the old school as well. I mean, he's a Brazilian artist that spent a lot of time or lived in the UK and absorbed the drum and bass scene and applied that to what he does today. And some of the best like bass music that I've heard, you know, it's you know, very, very intelligent and you know, passion driven. It's not your typical bass music, and you know, he's an established figure in the scene. So
and anyone watching this real quick, I am going to be dropping the links to purchase tickets and check out the website on the bottom of this video. So just go to the comments as you're watching this, and there'll be a link so you could purchase tickets so you could check. Don't miss out on the show. Sorry about that. I just wanted to let people know that.
Yeah, and then, you know, just some of my favorites: The Mover, Mark Cardi Payne, you know, aka Ace the Space, you know, in the like early 90s, 92, into the 9mm track, which really like
my 9mm, my 9-inch speaker, that one.
Yeah, really, you know, took like the rave sound
right
to a harder level at that time. This is his first LA appearance.
Nice.
You know, he's playing 2 nights for us. He's playing as The Mover on Friday night, playing as Mark Cardi Payne on Saturday night. Yeah, he's a very exciting act for me, and like definitely like such a huge influence to the rave sound. I mean, any DJ who was, you know, spinning records in like the early '90s has several copies of his various aliases. He's made music under many names, but yeah, I mean, that's a highlight for myself.
Right.
And then we got some like techno artists.
We got actually real quick. We got Steve in the studio. We bring him. You wanted to bring him in here so you could talk a little bit. He's one of the artists coming on here. What's up, man? Welcome.
Hey, can you hear me?
Absolutely. You sound great.
Oh, there you are.
See,
I wasn't sure if this was going to work. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, man? Welcome to Rave United. We are a YouTube channel right now. We're expanding everywhere. Welcome to the channel. We're talking about Trauma Fest. I'm Louis Love. I don't know if I've ever met you, but
yeah, we met briefly.
More briefly, yeah. When?
Yeah, recently at EDC Camp OG.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do remember you. Yeah, I do remember you, buddy. So we're talking about Trauma Fest, man. How excited are you?
I'm hella excited. I was texting Carrie today, telling him I couldn't wait. I was like, every day I think about it, I'm like, God damn, this is gonna be a dope party. Yeah,
buddy. Do you mind giving the audience a little bit of a sneak peek of what you have in store with your set?
Well, I started going through a lot of old stuff at first, but then I was like, damn, this whole night's going to be kind of all over the place. So I think I'm just going to do a little bit of everything with like some hard drum and bass, some crossbreed, some gabber, some maybe some speedcore, but most of the time it's going to be like a lot of harsh industrial hardcore with some drum and bass influences in there.
Well, it's funny you say that because you say, I was thinking you were creating your set and you're like, I'm going to go old school, but wait a minute, now I'm going to go new school. That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, there's so much good music in the underground scene, right? It's hard to decide and stuff. Where do you, how long have you been DJing?
Since 1994.
Wow, that's a long time, man. That's a long time.
Yeah, not as long as you, but yeah, a long time.
I'm like the old, I was talking to Carrie about this, guys, earlier, and like my old school is like when people tell me this old school thing, from the rave scene back in the day, I'm like, dude, that's new school to me.
Yeah.
I'm like I got like another dimension of old school, but I like to think that I still have the energy going and stuff, and I love it.
Yeah.
So that's 94, man. The music has evolved quite a bit since then, huh?
Yeah, because before I was DJing, I was just a listener. But then while I was listening, I was like, damn, I want to do this too. And how can I do this? There was already so many greats already, that I wanted to be like, because I had your guys' tapes, and then I had tapes that I was getting from my sister and from other friends, and I was like, oh my God, there's this whole other world of this music. And when I started going to those parties, I was like, holy shit, like there's a whole movement and other world, like this is amazing. And to see how much it's gone, like, till now, it's like, holy shit, like look at this lineup. It not only is it historic,
is insane, man. Carrie, man, do you really like people better look, I'll say it right now. If you don't show up to this, you better shut up in the future about events, man. This is like an A+ event. You got to put your energy where your mouth is. You can't complain about events and not show up to Trauma Fest.
Yeah, for years, because this is like a dream lineup. You know what I mean? Everyone's been like, we need to have a party like this at some point, and now it's here. So yeah, talk you better go.
Talk is cheap, folks. I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna hold your words to the fire on the.
So. Yeah, Carrie, this is dope.
People are talking about this, man.
Thank you, brother.
And Carrie,
glad you guys are both involved.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I'm super excited. It's going to be Christmas for techno, hardcore, acid breaks. It's going to be everything. A whole weekend of just everything I love, man.
And it's a 2-day event, just so you all know, because some people don't know it's a 2-day event. They think it's a 1-day event for some reason. I've been talking. It's a 2-day event. Double dosing. You're gonna have a great time. I can't believe Joey Beltram's there.
Oh yeah,
that's one of my Energy Flash. Is one of the greatest tracks. Too Bad Mice. What the hell? Wow, that's that right. You remember playing that for the first time with Energy Flash?
Oh yeah.
Alternate. Wow, dude. I'm like, and Goldie, who has like Goldie is like, to me, it was one of the first jungle tracks. Simple Life, right, was played on the radio on rotation in LA. They don't play any of that stuff ever. There's never been a real dance station here in LA, but Goldie got on there because you couldn't avoid that track. It was just
Goldie was like a legend before he was a legend.
Right. And then Ron Decor's on there. What do we have? Is Dio on there? Dio, RAW. Holy cow, man.
Yeah, like that's an all-star. You got like all the greats from the old school, and it's mixed with a lot of the new school. It's like everything, even UK, Germany, you got Netherlands. I mean, damn, this is an amazing lineup. We've never seen anything like this before.
And I've seen the crowd from the past events. This is such an energetic crowd, and stuff, and just a bunch of beautiful people of all kinds. They're just worshiping speakers, and the way we live it, right, Kerry?
Yeah. I mean, we've built up quite a following. We actually did a tour back in 2016 as well, which, caught a few fans from other cities, but beyond LA. I mean, we definitely focused on the harder styles, and that's the theme here as well. But like I said before, there's a little bit for everybody.
There's going to be definitely a little bit for everything, for everybody.
We got house, techno, old school, hip hop, everything in between.
And I think that something that's amazing about the old school DJs in there, and I'm talking about myself a little bit too, is we tend to like break music in. We kind of like we're in the forefront breaking the music in. Like, the big festivals are awesome, but when you go to the main stage, I feel like I've heard every song 25 times. And look, it's not a knock. Some of those.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah.
I do love my Armin van Buuren. I do. I'm sorry. I'll admit it right here. I do love Armin van Buuren, but there's a time and place for that. But really, if you want to see where those tracks came from, the trendsetters, they are the underground DJs. I will not mix Armin van Buuren. I will not play that. You know what I mean? But I listen to it in the car. You know what I mean? Like, I keep it a buck. I want to be honest with the fans and everything. I do like some of the commercial electronic music. It's fun. But when I go dancing, I want to hear new shit.
Yeah.
I want to hear Steve's stuff. I want to hear your stuff, bro.
Yeah.
What's up? And get an idea, helping and bouncing my head and dancing to your set. So that's what makes these things more unique compared to the main festivals. And if that doesn't sell a freaking ticket, I don't know what will.
This party covers all of the old school elements and where it has mutated into. It's still in the underground today. I think this lineup is perfect to represent everything that is going on in electronic music and underground electronic music,
Right. Listen, this is Rave United. I want to give you two the last word. And Steve, I want to ask you before we go, is if you could submit a mix one day for our channel here.
Yeah, I would love that.
I'm happy to run it. This channel is actually getting a lot of views, but we need more subs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything. I do see that Trauma Fest LA is on Instagram. I will have a link for that on the bottom of this video. I see that you could go on the website as well. I will leave a link on that on the bottom of the video, maybe in the comments area, so you can grab your tickets and know what is going on. Please follow these guys. I want to give you the last word, Steve, and then Kerry, for your event or whatever. Take the stage, Steve, for a little bit. What would you like to tell the audience, the Rave audience? Because I'm going to post this everywhere. All right.
Oh, man. If you love all the old school stuff and everything that's current, you have to go to this party. Right. And even if you're a DJ and you're not considering yourself that person who goes out to parties unless you're DJing, who cares, man? Just go to this party, because if you are a true raver, if you are a true lover of techno music in general, on all of its elements. This is going to be one of the dopest nights LA has ever seen. Like I'm going as a raver. Like I'm going to dance my ass off.
So am I.
I'm gonna go crazy because one of my biggest things is old school techno. Like I will dance my ass off all night to breakbeat techno.
Gonna tell all the DJs you want to be a DJ, go dancing.
That's why when Kerry showed me the lineup, I couldn't believe it. I was like, is this a joke? I'm like, he's got all of this happening. Like this is amazing. Oh my god.
Well, dude, how could people follow you?
Me? Oh,
yeah, is there like a you have some social media you recommend anybody to follow you? Or
my Instagram is Steve_Fiend, and then same for my SoundCloud. That's pretty much the two places I'm at most of the time. All right.
I'm gonna give you my number so you could send that to me. And
I'll send you a mix as well, man. Whatever you want.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Kerry, obviously this is not the last time you're going to be on this channel. We may have some more guests between now and next week. That's my goal, to let as many people know about this. Kerry, last words for you, bro.
I appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely, bro. I appreciate you being on.
It's an honor, to be honest. And quick word about Steve. Dude is an amazing producer and DJ. Been doing it a long time. He's dug in real deep for the art, when it comes to producers and DJs, like he's a rare breed. He's in it for the art, for the passion. He's not
thank you.
To get these big gigs on the weekends. He's doing what he loves, making the music he loves, and he makes amazing stuff. And it's an honor to work with him. But yeah, I mean, real quick, I'll recap some of the things that are important about Trauma that we might not have touched on. We have an amazing venue. We're keeping it underground, old school style, and an old school warehouse, but we have this huge warehouse with 2 big stages, a nice big outdoor area. We have full on concert production, very professional production. It's very central in downtown LA. A lot of people have been asking about where should they stay. We got people coming in from, San Francisco, Arizona, Colorado. People are traveling to come here. And for those people, we really appreciate you guys making the journey. We tried to keep this event as affordable as possible. But yeah, I mean, obviously you got to have a place to stay for 2 days. So any downtown LA hotel is within a 10-minute Uber ride from the venue. Myself and the artists, we're all staying near LAX, which is also just about like a 20-25 minute ride from the venue. But it's a very, very accessible venue from the freeways, from the 10 freeway. So yeah, if you're looking for a place to stay, downtown LA or near LAX is where I suggest. Got an awesome venue, awesome production. Herminio from Techno State has put all the love and passion that he's had in this scene since 93 or 94 when he started doing events. And he's, this is really an anniversary event for both of us. I've been doing this for 24 years now, and I think Herminio is going on 30. So there's some people who know what they're doing involved in this. Ron Decor, all these veteran DJs. This is the place to come and rub shoulders with like some of the most important people who've touched this scene in LA and across the globe. We got artists from the UK, Belgium, Germany. We got quite an eclectic lineup. Scratch Pickles are putting on a new performance that you haven't seen anywhere. We got a lot of awesome things in store. I'm super excited. So glad to have both you guys involved.
Thanks for coming. Yeah.
I'm crazy excited, man. I'm going nuts inside. And I just wanted to say about Randy Core, man, like I probably wouldn't be doing any of this if it wasn't for him. That guy is the goddamn king for me, man. Like I love Randy Core, man, and his store, man. Like I celebrate my birthday every year at Free Clouds with beer and pizza with him by myself. It's like a ritual of mine, just because he's like one of the dopest dudes I've ever met in the underground, man.
Dude, back in the day, like I've known Ron for a long time. There was always like a little bit of a click in the underground scene with everything. There was something like that. Ron, without hesitation, invited me to make a tape with him when he was like on the top of the underground hardcore.
Talking about Lovecore?
Yes. And I always say that story because it's he just goes, bro, I like you. You're a good DJ. Maybe he has bad taste. I don't know. He thought I was a good DJ. Anyway, so and he goes, "You're a nice guy, man. Let's make a tape." And I go,
"That's Ron, man."
Okay.
I've seen a lot of people saying, "Hey, Love Court 3."
Yep.
I don't even know what number we're at.
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Louis, I went to this party. It was the Atlantis party. You guys were supposed to record a new one, but it got broken up. Remember?
I don't remember that. It
was in the 90s, but it was supposed to be. It was like the whole warehouse was decorated like it was underwater. It was like an underwater theme.
I remember that, brother.
And the flyers said the next Love Core tape going to be recorded live here, and I was like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I nominate Carrie to organize that event after Trauma Fest. Personally,
hey, we can make it happen for that night. I think you guys are scheduled to play back to back. So you talk to Ron. You guys want to figure it out?
Oh, man. Well, you'd have to record it, right?
I'll get it recorded. You guys figure out the set.
Let me talk to Ron this weekend. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure it could happen. I mean, and if we decide on it, then, on Monday, Carrie could say Love Core being recorded live. Stuff.
And all the old school heads will know, man. That was some super serious shit.
And I gotta say, I'm on digital. I'm not on vinyl. Unfortunately, there's another story to that. There's another story to that.
We'll accommodate both. I got I got all the riders. We'll be ready for you both.
Thank you. I am gonna regain the vinyl. Don't worry about it, folks. You guys watching and stuff like that. But there was a time in my career where I was like, you know what? I'm been screwed over so much in here. I don't want to come back. And then I was always a fan of the music. But we'll talk about that another time here on Rave United if anyone cares. But Steve, I am gonna have you back here. Anytime you want, I'll get the information. And Carrie, of course, you're always welcome here. And then maybe want to do a recap. Let your DJs know they want to come in here and talk about the event for a few minutes. They're more than welcome to here.
Yeah.
Okay? All right,
that
guys.
party's gonna be nuts, man.
I'll get quite a few. Hopefully, we can get some, before the show comes up.
All right, and I'll be posting this ASAP. Guys, thanks for watching this edition of Rave United. There's several videos on this channel you may enjoy, but the main thing is Trauma Fest 2023, downtown LA. I don't know the exact location. Downtown. If you're coming out of state, don't worry. Downtown LA is nice now. It's not like 91. There's warehouses, but there's nice areas you could stay in. You don't have to stay at the Roach Motel. Don't worry about that and stuff. So it's the 16th and 17th. We're actually like a week away from it. Insure your tickets ASAP. Again, on the bottom of this video, you get the information for that. Click on it, share it, support electronic dance music, techno, gabber, hardcore, the roots of it, and some modern twist. All right, see you guys later.
Thank you, Louis. Thank you, Steve.
Later, guys.